Hey, it happens. Sometimes we forget the stuff we're not supposed to forget. Luckily, we've got you covered. In this edition of Tech Talks, we'll show you how to recover your password on the CBS350. Next. Whether we lost or forgot the administrator password, we can manually reset it through the command line interface of our switch. This requires a physical connection to the console port of the device so that the user can power the switch. This will allow us to log into the device without a password. In this device, we are using a Windows PC, so we will first open the device manager on the PC, then select ports. Once we've connected the computer to the console port on the switch, we'll see which COM port we're using. Here we can see that we are using COM6. Next, we'll open up PuTTY. Here, we'll choose the connection type as serial and adjust our speed to 115/200. Then we'll rename the serial line to COM6. After that, we'll click on Logging and enable all session output. We can select the Browse button and choose where we'd like to save our login. In this example, we're choosing Desktop. Next, we'll choose Serial at the bottom and select None for flow control. To wrap this up, we'll go back to Session and click on Open. At this point, we'll restart the switch by unplugging the power source. We can see that the switch is booting back up once we plug the power source back in. A 2-second message will appear. We'll click Enter to abort. Great. We now see the startup menu. We'll now choose Option 3, Password Recovery Procedure, and press Enter. We'll press Enter 2 more times for the switch to bypass the password and username. We now have access to the switch. Next, we'll enter Enable and type Config. We can change the password by entering the username. In this example, our username is Cisco. Next, we'll type password and enter in our desired password. In this case, we're using Cisco password 12345. We'll click Enter and type Exit, and finally type Right to save. Here, we'll enter Y for yes, and our changed password has been saved. We'll reboot the device by entering Reload and Y for yes. Now we can access the switch with our username and password we created. It's important to note that when we are in the global config mode, we can enter No Service Password Recovery. When the password recovery mechanism is disabled, accessing the boot menu is still allowed and the user can trigger the password recovery process. The big difference is that in this case, all the configuration files and all the user files are removed. Finally, we can type in Service Password Recovery to enable the password recovery again without removing config files under user files. And that's how to recover your password on the CBS350 switch. Thanks for watching Tech Talks from Cisco. We'll see you next time.